If you want to know football, you want to know wide receiver position, but maybe more importantly, you just want to be around good people, this is the place to be because we've got the host, Braylon Edwards, and, of course, and Marvin Jones, who led the National Football League in 2017, led the National Football League in yards per catch. You look as good now as you did when you played, and I know that's a bit of a cliche because I said it to Braylon a lot. You look like you could still play. You literally look like you could still play.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How's the body? How do you feel?
It's amazing, I never stopped training because I have the kids, the kids are in football. My oldest, he's about to go into his senior year. Doing college tours. So, they keep me on my toes. And I have dogs, too. I have a Cane Corso, so I have to be strong. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So.
Side note, what do you mean? You literally can still play. Like I can't still play.
Oh, you literally can too.
I tell Braylon all the time he can still play, but you literally can still play.
Yeah. It's both. It's both. You're both literally can still play.
Let's do it. Come on. Let's do it, man.
Talk about the kids, man. Talk about the journey that you got on. Obviously, you got two. I want to say boys.
I have three boys. I have six. Still have the six kids.
That's what I was about to say. The boys that are on that level, now you're going through that process. You're training with them. Talk about what it is, because we went through it, but now you're on the other side of that. You're on the father's side of that. What's that like?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing, and I think that when I was playing, they couldn't really get that full spectrum of training, just because, they'd be like, hey, Daddy, what should I do? I was like, okay, do this. Yeah. Can you send me something? But now that I'm here and I'm there every day, like I was just telling you, like me and my son, we're getting up at 5:30, before he goes to school, before he drives to school, we're getting up at 5:30 and we're doing workouts. He said he wants to do 2-a-days. He just finished his season, had a crazy season over there in La Jolla. And he said, Daddy, let's do 2-a-days. So I'm like, okay, 5:30. I'm not gonna get you up. You better have your ASS here right, in the gym. We have a home gym, and so we do that. And then when he comes home, we do it again. So we're upper body, lower body, and just having that time with them. That time that normally we wouldn't have. It feels amazing, man. There's nothing better than that. So I'm enjoying myself for sure.
That smile, for sure. I was so fortunate to cover you for the 6 years you were here in Detroit. But the thing that I always noticed about you more than just your talent on the football field is how you were so engaging with people who were fans of the Lions and fans of you, and your commitment to the community. What else are you teaching your kids about the game of sports or the game of football and sports in general that allows them to give back?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think they lived it. Just me being here, or actually being in Cincinnati, going to the Friday Night Lights and all the games, like going on Twitter and like, hey, which game should we pull up? So I think I've always been engaged in the community in that manner. And obviously, I have my wife here, and down the street we had nothing but cakes that we had for about 3 or 4 years. So it was always our goal to be in the community and show the fans that that we're here and not just on the field, and take off the helmet and really engage with them. And this is my first time coming back since I've left, and I'll be right there in the stands, with the fans. So hopefully they still remember me.
So they'll remember you for sure.
Absolutely. You're a big playmaker, man. You made big plays and like that yards per catch. That's something that Robert Series we astound to do, and you did it well. I was gonna ask her a question, man. Give her a microphone. Like,
come on,
was it hard dealing with him when he retired? Did he get on your nerves?
Jasmine had to get used to some things,
Come
right?
on, babe.
A lot of my friends' wives that retired, the wives like, oh my God, after 2 months, get him out of the house, go do something. Go coach, do something.
What was that like, Jasmine?
I would say no. I'm happy to have him home.
Boy.
I put all the weight on him. Like, hey, can you take the kids to school? Hey, like, I give everything to him now. It's your turn.
Yeah.
I kind of brush my hands and hand it off to him. So
Respect.
I'm very excited.
That's really cool.
That.
Yeah. I have nothing bad to say.
I do take the kids. I take the kids to school. Get up, take the kids after the workout. Pick them up, whatever needs to be done. That's pretty much what I do.
That never gets old, does it?
Especially
because of the amount of training that it took you for you to be able to be involved in their lives like that. That's probably pretty important.
Yes, and I mean, obviously, it's when you have that idle time, it's like, shoot, I need to do something. Or let's get out. But we have a lot of help at home. With mother-in-laws, cousins, stuff like that. So me and Jasmine, we've been traveling. Okay. We definitely been traveling a lot.
Always shit for love.
And yeah, for sure. Our kids are grown, so Marvin could take everybody to where they need to be and stuff like that. So when I get the itch, I'm like, babe, let's go. We need to go somewhere.
That's really cool. Speaking of I guess there's no easy transition. Let's switch to the game tonight. I know you'll be in attendance, talk about this Lions team, not necessarily achieving what people thought they would do. But where are you with this team currently? Some injuries, some things, the whole nine. What would you assess the Detroit Lions currently 7-5, third in their division?
Well, I think it's tricky, but it's also beautiful in the sense that, hey, there's stuff has happened. There's injuries, and that happens in the league and stuff like that. But now the challenge is right now is like the will, like who has the will? That next man who's coming up, who knows the magnitude of this, right smack in the not the middle. We're not in the middle. We're in December, and normally in December that this when you're supposed to be playing your best football, and it's gonna be tough, but I think, I love the Lions, man. I love watching them play. I love watching them play. The kind of the playmakers that we have, I think we have the playmakers. I think we have the coaching and the attitude to get through what we need to get through. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough, and there's gonna be bumps in the road just later on in the season like this. But it's like, you got to get everybody back. You got to get everybody back.
But their offense looks different, right, than it does a year ago. What do you notice is the biggest difference from last year to this year?
Well, I think in terms of, I'm not gonna say like the creative side. Everybody knows how Ben Johnson is. Ben Johnson. He's a good friend of mine, and this dude will wake up and be like, oh, I got to play. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So I think it's more of a traditional aspect in play calling. Okay. But my thing is when you have the players that we have, that Detroit has, it's about the players. Like you could draw up anything, but it's like, who's gonna make it work? And we have a lot of people that can make it work, But it's just a hard time right now with the injuries and But I have nothing bad to say about none of the play calling. I mean, they're putting up crazy points, and it has to be consistent.
No, we would never make you say anything bad about the play calling. Looking at the Lions, you talk about those players. They definitely have some really good players. 11 of the Lions players are ranked in the top 10 at their position. One of those players being Jamison Williams as a fellow wide receiver. What do you see when you watch J-Mo? What do you see as a wideout, and what do you see in terms of some of the mishaps that J-Mo might have here or there?
So, like, I'm a big fan of J-Mo, and I was here when J-Mo was going on his second year, I believe, and just to see that growth, and when I was in, I seen the potential, and I tried to do when I was there everything, give him everything for him to make that smooth transition, to eliminate gray area and stuff like that, and I think he did it very well. Obviously, he's a playmaker. Like the dude's fast. He's still young, and there's some mishaps and stuff like that. But just getting the ball in his hand is of utmost importance, So I think he's got a long career ahead of him, and he's just going to continue to mature and continue to make those plays.
While you were here, you caught passes from Matthew Stafford, who at age 37 might be having his finest year of his career in Los Angeles in the MVP conversation. What has surprised you maybe this year about how good he has been, even though he had a back injury during training camp?
Yeah, I don't think anything surprised me about 9.
Really?
He's been the same guy.
That's the right 9, by the way. That's the right 9, not the 9 in Minnesota. But go ahead, sorry.
About Staff. Yeah, I don't think I've ever called him Staff before. I've always called him 9. So.
Have you really? Okay.
But Stafford, nothing surprised me with him. He's obviously so ingrained into that system with Sean McVay that it's crazy. Like the dude could throw passes with his eyes closed at this point. Yeah, he does. I've seen it. Trust me.
Yeah.
But I think the relationship between him and Sean McVay is one for the books. I think they're so in tune in terms of their preparation, and they know what they need to get done. And I think that's why it looks so easy for him right now at age 37. He's had the back. He's had that back here too. But I think that sunshine is
it's a little different out there.
The sunshine is a little different out there. That cold air is not hitting his back. But yeah.
And piggyback on that question and asking, then Kool-Aid has a super chat. We'll read somebody showing some love in the chat. Matt Stafford, you played with him here, and you saw what he was. You saw the talent every day in Allen Park. You knew he was like that. You knew he was cold like that. But it doesn't seem like the national media has seen him until he got to LA, until Sean McVay, and now they look at him totally different. Is he the same quarterback to you as he was here in Allen Park as he is now with Sean McVay? Just different offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I think in terms of obviously the arm talent, the way he goes about his preparation, just what he does on the field, I think he is the same.
Okay.
But that's the thing, is like we don't in Detroit, you don't get as much media as you get LA, with the hype train, and like the Dallases, the LA, the New Yorks, Philly. The Chicago, Philly, those are big brands, and I think that's why I love Detroit so much, because I was kind of like that, throughout my career. It's like you put up the big numbers and you do all the flashy plays, but I'm in Cincinnati, I'm in Detroit, Jacksonville,
even at Cal.
Yes, even at Cal. So I guess I would just, I was always the blue, that hard worker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't need affirmation, to go out and do whatever I needed to do. So if I would have made the same plays in a New York or a Dallas or whatever, now you're talking about different. The reach is different, but that's something I never cared about, and that's something staff never cared about, because he cared about the city so much. You know what I'm saying? It's like, obviously he could have moved and went other places and stuff like that, but there's a different energy in Detroit, that if you're a Detroit type guy, then that's who you're rocking with, So I think it's an adjustment in, obviously, the media, the place, the location, and quite frankly, him and Sean McVay, just they're killing. It's historic, how them two work together. So I think it's definitely that as well. Just being more in tune, no gray area. Like, what I want, and I know what you want, and this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna get those type of players to surround that. So
that's why I've always loved being from Detroit and then playing in the NFL. Whenever I would talk to cats around the league that weren't from Detroit, played for the Lions, they always loved Detroit.
Yeah,
like
everybody,
like always.
It's
like
crazy.
It was always a conversation.
Really?
They see me, yo, B man, why you ain't tell me your city was like this, that.
That's cool.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I like hearing that.
Hit them with that super chat.
Yeah, definitely, man. They're showing you some love in the chat right now. They definitely know you in Detroit, brother. I ain't say that. Sends in a $5 super chat. He says, Marv, you brought me so much joy when the Lions weren't really worth a dang. He said, great, crazy catches, number 11, man. He appreciates you.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, for sure. It was a great time here. Had some great moments, some great highlight catches. That'll be in my memory. And I know I'm in San Diego now, but you won't believe how many Detroit Lions fans and people from Detroit out there in San Diego saying, I was at this game, or my son. It's literally crazy. There's a Lions bar in San Diego. I might see y'all if you ever go.
Okay.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everywhere I go, there's everybody from Detroit. And it's just all big love.
What up, Dave?
Hey, still repping that Honolulu blue and silver.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Sure.
Without trying to get too deep, but I always enjoyed our conversations, especially during training camp, because you're beyond what a lot of people are in being able to address different topics. How did playing football help you become a better father?
Yeah, I think it's and that's a good question, because I think the structure, I think the structure is the big thing, just because a lot of the times when you're playing sports, or even like anywhere, everywhere, it's like you have to get up. You have to get up at 6 a.m. Like, you have to get up to change the diaper. You got to get up, and like you have to do it, if you want things to work out, obviously. And I'm talking football and a baby, but
sure.
it's just growing and being a man about everything that goes in with fatherhood, everything that goes in with your business, being on the schedule. And even though sometimes I was like, I don't want to get up, you have to, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you're not going to make it, So I think just that transition, and just finding the joy in everything, enjoying in all processes. I think that's been one of the factors for me. And obviously I've been a dad for a long time now.
Sure,
but I think that's been that joy, that joy of waking up and doing what you want to do. and it's synonymous for sure.
77 degrees, man, and a light breeze. It makes it a little bit easier.
a little bit easier.
A little bit easier.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yes, sir.
Love it, man. Love
Yeah.
it. Well, you look
Yeah.
great. I'm glad your family's doing well. It's awesome to see you. Lions fans loved everything you did here.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Did you feel like you missed an opportunity when you were here? Did this team in general miss an opportunity to be better than what it could have been?
You know, I would say this. Every team has a window, you know, and I still genuinely feel like there's a window here, but there's also a sense of we got to get it done because it'll slip, you know. And I dealt with that in Cincinnati when we had the team.
Did you feel like you dealt with that here too?
I feel like I definitely dealt with it here.
Yeah.
You know, but I think going on my last year here, definitely I knew I was like, yeah, this is a Super Bowl team, and it has to be, you know, just because I mean it's football, like it's you get one year, and then if you have that ultimate success, which I think it wasn't ultimate, but it was crazy success. Yeah. People are gonna leave, you know, and that's just the name of the game, you know. So once people leave, that's when everything starts to change, you know, and that's when the window starts diminishing. So
can't pay everybody.
Yeah, can't pay everybody, but I think there's legitimately still a window, but it's go time, you know, and it starts today. Let's do it.
Amen to that.
Amen.
It's great stuff. From a guy who doesn't believe in windows, I hear where you're coming from.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate you having me over.
Hey, thanks for
awesome.
always. Thanks for
great
having
to
me.
have you.
100%. You know we'll talk.
And it's great to have your wife. Man.
Always.
Okay.
Yes. Always.
And all the best to your kids.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
He really is one of the best guys. One of the best athletes we've had here in this town. He is.
Let's do it.
That was
the nicest guy too.
And
he can sing.
Oh, yeah.
And he can sing.
Well, am I wrong? I thought you were you not just singer? Were you not just on? Were you on TV too? Were you not an actor?
That was a while ago.
Or modeling? Was it modeling? It was modeling.
All the above.
It was probably doing something, you know.
Oh yeah, I know it was something. I just can't remember.
I'm trying to stay away from the media right now, but you know, it's trying to reel me back in. But you know, you never know.
Listen to guy, you be all right.
Hey, listen. Today's day and age, it's about players. It's about you guys making your own brands. Braylon's done a really good job of it.
Yeah.
You could do it too.
too
You
soon.
talk to
Yes.
him.
Let me get drafted in 2015, man. You know what I'm saying? 05, a little early.
Marvin
All
Jones
right, all
Jr.
love.
with us here on the
Salute,
Braylon
my
Edwards Show. We're back after this.